What's up guys, Joycon94 here today, and today I'm going to show you guys how to terminate a Cat 5 cable. Now, people might not know what the hell that means. A lot of times people hear terminate. I know when I first heard terminate, I was like, what the hell does that mean? And basically what that means is put an end on the cable. So, you know, like when you buy Ethernet cables or you get a router or modem or switch, it comes with one. I'm going to show you how to make your own. And basically you can buy the cable, like a big box of it. I don't know how much it costs. You can buy the ends, male or female ends. And then you can buy like the kit, which looks like this. I don't know how much that costs. And that's really all you're going to need. I also have a multi-tool with scissors. You don't really need that, but I like to have it. So anyways, first thing you want to do is get your cable. And what happens is when you cut this, you'll have the two-sided one and then the one-sided one. So you're going to want to use the one-sided one, and you can see there's a little break in the cable right there. So just trim that little edge off. And by the way, the reason I have this at my house is it's actually from work. I asked my boss if I can take this home over the night so I can, one, make this video, and two, I can make like a good handful of cables for us so we can have them, because we're getting low on them. So that's why I can do two things at once. So anyways, next thing you want to do is just strip your cable, like the insulation of the case, which usually I do one side, and you want about finger length is what I usually do, maybe a little bit shorter, but I usually do both ends. So we'll check this one. This one doesn't need to be trimmed, so again, just take a bit off. Then you want to get your scissors, and my old boss used to be able to do it with this too, like really quickly. I can't never do it with that good, so I just use these. I'm gonna have the damn thing in my pocket like 24/7. Whenever I'm outside my house, I always have it in my pocket, so I figured why not use it. Anything, next thing you want to do is put the cables in order. So there's 4 pairs, 1, 2, 3, 4, which will be 2, 4, 6, 8. There's 8 cables. Anyways, now I always do this for business, B for better. There's 2 configurations. You guys can Google how to do the other one. The other one's meant for home, but honestly I really don't think it makes a difference. I think it would be the same if you were to plug this in at home. It will work. So anyways, you're going to want to untangle the wires. I usually just do one group at a time, and it will be white, orange, okay, and then you're going to take your green, and it's always striped, solid, striped, solid, striped, solid, striped, solid. There's never like a solid next to each other or a stripe next to each other. So anyway, so it's white, orange, orange, white, green. Take the solid green, just bend that out of the way, and it helps to go like this to the cables after you do each one. Anyway, so yeah, so then white, green, so then it will be solid blue, white, blue, solid green, and yep, you guessed it, white, brown, brown. Now what I always do is I take them like this, and I just it's hard to see, but you just go like that with the cables basically. Sometimes they get out of the line, so you just have to push them back. And I always go like this with them to really get them in shape. And then you want about a thumbnail length, so like about like 1 finger thing. I mean, I guess that's hard to tell because of your fingers, but I usually do about a thumbnail. And you always want to check your order again, so it's white, orange, orange, white, green, solid blue, stripe blue, solid green, white, brown, brown. So then you're going to take again the single blade and you're going to cut it, and you're going to take your end. Now this is the male end, obviously. Well, I guess it's not obvious, but once it's on the cable, it's male because it plugs into the computer, Ethernet port, or the whatever. And you always want this little clip part to be on the bottom. And again, then you just basically slide these right in. I always check. Sorry, because I have to look up here so I can actually see it myself. So let me check. Okay, good. So you check your order. So white, orange, orange, white, green, blue, white, blue, solid green, striped brown, brown. And you always want to look at this part here. It's probably hard to see, but to make sure the cables are all at the very end. And you want to have none. I mean, that little bit's going to be okay, but you kind of want this part here to be underneath so this little bit of cable is exposed, doesn't get ruined. Then you take your crimpers and you put this in here, the RJ45. RJ11 will be for fax. You put it in there. I always hold this in as hard as I can, and you just squeeze, and there you go. You got one end of the cable. And that's pretty much it. Just repeat on the other side, and you're done. So I'm gonna pause it, and I'm just gonna do the regular side like normal. Alright, so again, I'm just gonna go ahead and do this one. So white, orange, orange. My heart helps to have nails, which I just cut mine like a couple days ago, so just makes it a little bit harder. White, orange, orange, white, green. Bend the solid green back. White, blue, or yeah, solid blue. I mean white, blue, solid green. White, brown, brown. Do this little number where you just take the wires like that. I always push them to flatten them out. Check your order. Seems good. Oops, shit. Came out of order, didn't they? There you go. Now you got yourself a Ethernet cable, and this is the exact same. You know, if you were to buy this at the store, it'd be the same thing. It might be the other configuration. I've seen that before, but as long as both ends are the same, it shouldn't matter. But yeah, then you just plug this into your computer, plug it into the wall, and you're good. Or whatever else needs an Ethernet cable. So the cool thing about this is that, you know, if you, I mean, the average user probably isn't gonna give a shit about this video, to be honest. I kind of just wanted to make it just for a video to upload. I'm also gonna have some food reviews coming out tonight, or whenever I upload this, I'll be in the same day probably. But yeah, you know, eventually I'll do how to do the female ends, which look like this. I just don't have any need to make a female cable, so I'm not gonna, you know, waste the cable for no reason. So, but yeah, that's basically it. So I'm gonna stop the video now and make a whole bunch of these cables so I have them. And yeah, if you guys want to see more videos like this, like how to, like, you know, take apart a computer, or, you know, change RAM, or anything like that, I'm sure if I asked my bosses if I can take like a really old computer back, even if it's broken, just to teach you guys, like, you know, the different internals and the hardware, like, you know, that's the RAM, that's the motherboard, that's the battery, that's the CMOS, that's the CPU, that's this, that's that. I don't think they would care. My big boss, not gonna say his name, but if you're watching this, you know about my YouTube. Actually, both my bosses know about my YouTube. But yeah, so if you're watching this, you know, if that's okay with you, you know, let me know when I see you. But alright, guys, that's it. Please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe and comment, and I will see you guys next time. Joey Kong 94 out.